Hello, Steph. Good morning to you and to everyone watching this morning. Here's what we are watching. The province working on what they hope is the last reopening plan. What we know is that when things start to open up, it's not going to be under that color-coded framework.
The last thing we want is to go into it too quickly and get into a fourth wave. We have to do everything we can to avoid that. So we are working on that, and we expect it will be available very soon.
All right, government officials say the plan will be based on which sectors can reopen first safely. The province's top doctor has said COVID cases need to be well below that 1,000 mark before restrictions are lifted. Officials from Ontario's COVID science table believe some outdoor activities should be able to reopen by sometime next week. Now, coming up just after 7 o'clock, officials from the YMCA joining us talking about preparations they are making toward a safe reopening for outdoor activities and camps. Well, the province doesn't officially drop eligibility to children 12 and up until the end of May, but several pop-up clinics are opening up today, and they are targeting youth, and we are standing by live at one of them. This is Victoria Park Collegiate, where this clinic, opening to children older than 12 living or working in a hotspot postal code. Shots are by appointment only. There is needed ID and proof of address. Stateside, we're seeing high demand for the vaccine among children. Last week, the U.S. vaccinating 600,000 children aged 12 to 15. Now, we are also standing by live at Oakville Trafalgar Memorial Hospital, where a vaccine clinic will be set up today. Halton Region is dropping eligibility to adults 18 and up, a day after the province lowered eligibility to adults older than 18. The region initially had plans to lower eligibility to teens older than 16 starting today, but officials now say they're going to follow the province's plan. A reminder here, vaccinations are by appointment only at this site. And Toronto opening an accessible vaccine clinic today. This one opening from 11 this morning till 7:30 at the Metro Toronto Convention Centre. ASL interpreters, sighted guides, and professional attendants will be here at the site. Approximately 400 spaces will be available, but the clinic, again, is by appointment only. And for more, you can go to the city's website, or you can also call 211. Canada's Vaccine Advisory Committee clearing the way as young people eagerly waiting in line for their COVID-19 vaccine.
NACI recommends that a complete series of 2 doses of the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine can be offered to individuals 12 to 18 years of age who are eligible to receive the vaccine.
The shot was first authorized by Health Canada for children 16 and up before adding the 12 to 15 age group earlier this month. Ottawa says more supply now arriving, with 12 million doses of the Pfizer vaccine expected to arrive in June and another 9 million in July. The Prime Minister says we are on track for a 1-dose summer, with restrictions easing across the country.
This summer, once cases are low, and at least 75% of people have had 1 dose and 20% have had a second, you can look forward to outdoor things like a small get-together in a backyard, going hiking, or sharing a meal on a patio.
Meantime, more homegrown vaccine options are getting close to crossing the finish line. Quebec-based Medicago says their shot could be approved for use later this summer. And we're going to be hearing from the Executive Vice President of Scientific and Medical Affairs from this company. They're joining us just after 9 o'clock. Meantime, some Canadians can now cross the U.S. border to get vaccinated with no need to quarantine after returning. You must have a doctor's note that says getting the shot is medically necessary. Health Canada says there is one thing you need to keep in mind. Vaccine travelers are not allowed to add, say, a shopping trip to the mix. You must return straight back to Canada after receiving your shot. Well, hundreds gathering near Celebration Square in Mississauga, rallying in support of Palestine.
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free! And this was the scene last night. Honking horns, waving flags, the massive crowd shutting down a stretch of Burnham Thorpe from Huron, Ontario to Confederation Parkway. Many saying they are fighting for human rights across the globe.
This is not just a Palestinian or Middle Eastern issue. However, this issue is an international issue as it affects human rights all around the world. If there's injustice in one place, then there's injustice in all around the world, because we are not free if some people are not.
Canada is calling for a ceasefire. The Prime Minister says he is going to work with the international community to de-escalate the situation. At least 212 Palestinians have been killed by Israeli airstrikes and 10 people in Israel dying in attacks launched from civilian areas in Gaza. All right, more news on the way in just a bit. Right now, it is 6:10. Just weeks ago, it was the most buzzworthy form of banking. But Bitcoin now headed for a crypto crash. How low can they go? Mike Epple, he's next.